Hey guys, Maniac here. Just got back from the New York Comic-Con, and have I got a hot story to tell you. I saw a whole scene from the Avengers. I'm not kidding, this is not a joke. This is literally an entire scene from the Avengers, and I'm about to tell you what happened. I'm about to tell you what's going to happen in this scene. So, if you don't want to hear it, shut off the video right now because you're about to get spoiled. Okay, here it goes. The scene opens in, I believe it looked like Central America or possibly South America. You see a small girl going through a village from building to building. She finally goes up into a, I guess you would say an office or a home. Goes up the stairs and she's saying, she goes to see the doctor. The doctor is, of course, Mark Ruffalo, playing Bruce Banner. We all know what his story is. So the little girl says, "Doctor, you're a physician. My parents, they're very ill. There's a problem with them. Their eyes are, something about their eyes being still open, or they can't open their eyes, or something along those lines." And Banner's listening to this, and he says, "Do they look anything like my other patients that I have over here?" And there are two other patients, very, very sick in his practice. I guess Banner was working as a doctor or a physician, basically to make money while he was hiding out. And she says, yes, they look exactly like that. So she gives him some money, and she says, "Please come with me." Like he's going to make a house call. So he goes with her, and she takes him to her home. And as they both go into the house, you could just tell Banner is on edge. He's looking over his shoulder constantly, like he's worried somebody's going to be following or tailing him or something. But there's nobody there. And as he goes into the house, the little girl goes out through a trap window, like a small window. And when he sees the little girl bolt, he knows he's been set up. So he's looking around to see, okay, where's the ambush? Somebody's here to ambush me, and he doesn't see any soldiers. It's just Scarlett Johansson, who's playing the Black Widow. But she's not dressed as the Black Widow, she's just dressed in normal civilian attire, like a dress or something. I guess it was to fit in the area. And he says, "What do you want?" He's like, "Hey." She says, "Colonel Fury sent me with S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm here on his behalf." He says, "Well, if it's S.H.I.E.L.D. that wants me, I know there's no way I'm getting out of here alive." She says, "I'm here because of you. We need your help." And he says, "Are you sure you want my help? Or is it him you want?" And we all know who him is. She pulls out her iPhone and she shows him a picture. She doesn't say what's on the picture, but you can see it clearly on the screen. It's the Cosmic Cube. It's a picture of the Cosmic Cube, which was teased at the end of Thor. It was the object that was found in the beginning, at the end of Captain America. It's the Cosmic Cube. And she says, this thing right here has the possibility of basically creating unlimited power. If used improperly, it could be a weapon of extreme destruction. And he says, "So what do you need me for?" "It's been stolen. We don't know how. We need to be able to get it back. This thing gives off gamma radiation, but it's very small. We can't. Our current means of detection are just not good enough in order for us to find it. But nobody knows gamma radiation better than you, Dr. Banner. So we'd like you to come in and help us find it. Once you help us find it, you can go on your merry way and live your life." And he says, "That's it? You just need me because of that?" And she says, "That's what I was told by Director Fury." And he asks, "Does Director Fury tell you everything?" And she doesn't say anything to that. And all of a sudden, he slams his hands on the table and goes, "You're lying!" And before he can even look up, she has a gun in his face. And then he looks up and he starts to calm down just a little bit. And he says, okay, let me just take a step back here. That was rude. I shouldn't have done that. So I'm just going to take a step back, and you don't have to shoot me, and he doesn't have to come out, and the big mess that comes up after that. I don't think either of us want that to happen. She keeps the gun up for a few seconds, and then she slowly starts to lower it. And by this point, he's like, thank you. And he calms down. He says, I'll go with you. Then she looks into, like, apparently she had a microphone on her, and she says, stand down. And the camera cuts to the whole house was surrounded by SWAT, ready to, just, that were moving in, that had been ready to move in. And they all stood down. And that's how the scene ends. So that's the Avengers scene. There were some other snippets we got to see. Basically, that famous line, "I have an army, we have a Hulk," that sort of stuff. Some other stuff was teased, but basically a lot of that stuff has already ended up in some promotional material. For those of you curious what the scene looks like, there was a snippet of the sequence when they cut to Ruffalo in the Avengers trailer that came out on Tuesday. It was part of that scene was in the trailer, particularly just like one shot or something of Banner. I think the scene where he's slamming or something like that. But there is a shot of Banner in that by himself, and it's of that scene. It's a part of that scene. So if you don't believe me, just look at that scene. But that is part of the Avengers movie. That's what we got to see at the Comic-Con. It's coming May 2012, guys. I'm got my popcorn. I'm ready to go see it. All right, this is Maniac with GameAccess.net. Over and out.